Chris Rossetti here with Jess Quinn, another episode of The Scribe and the Coach and the Scribe. I was kind of giving myself some credit there.
Absolutely, you go first. You're the one with all the experience.
Jess, never quite seen anything like this. North Clarion started the game 7 of 31 from the field, and then they hit 7 of the next 10 shots. And a game that was 4 points with 2.5 minutes to play in the third quarter ends up being 30 points. Have you seen anything quite like what we just saw?
No, and if you would look at the score tomorrow, you would think, oh, North Clarion was in control. They win by 30, 32 points. It was nip and tuck all the way through the third quarter, and then Gatesman hit that three, and it seemed the floodgates opened. Then they got into a rhythm defensively, led to a couple quick scores, and the rest is history.
No question. I mean, it really seemed like it started when Abby Gatesman hit that three-pointer, and that just kind of relaxed everybody at that point in time.
It was. It kind of broke the game open, and it gave them, North Clarion, it gave them confidence. They hadn't hit a three. They've taken a couple. They missed. They were missing bunnies. They were missing people cutting backdoor wide open. They were missing the passes, which isn't like them. They hit that shot, and then it just seemed to fall into place for them from that point on.
When things aren't going your way offensively, like they weren't tonight for a long time for North Clarion, that defense can still keep you in basketball games, and I think that's what we saw tonight. They were just relentless with their pressure. Yes, there were some easy baskets off of it for AC Valley. For the most part, it kept the game close and allowed them to stay in the game when maybe things weren't going their way.
Well, as a coach, I told Mike this as we were talking about the game. If you watch the North Clarion players and the way they play defense, their feet are always moving, and they're always in position where they are not going to foul. They're going to stop you, and I'm watching Gabby Schmader, and I talked about her a lot, and she is just relentless at the top of that key, putting pressure on the ball. And then Gatesman, and then you look at Thompson. They're all around they're ball hawks. That ball, a loose ball, there are girls diving on the floor. And that's going to keep them in games. If their shots aren't falling, if their passes aren't as crisp as what they should be, that defense kept them in the game and it will keep them in games as they move forward.
When you're a really good team, and there's no question that North Clarion's a really good team, sometimes you're going to have nights where maybe things don't go the way that you were planning for them to go. How important is it for them to learn that they can take that and move on to it? I think personally it's really important for a team to be tested a little bit, to find out that they can face adversity right in the eye and then still find a way to win.
It's huge. It's especially at this point in the season. When you take and you let a team hang around that's inexperienced, they get a lot of momentum and they're like, we're in the game. It could go their way. However, North Clarion stayed the course. We talked about it at halftime. Coach went in and said, we need higher quality shots. Okay, Gatesman hits the three, yes, but if you look at all their other shots, they're all in the paint.
Yep, they were all in that paint area.
They're all in the paint. Thompson, Gatesman, they just went after it inside the paint, and that was the key to the game. Now, defensively, they put pressure, and then they get a nice outlet. They score in transition, which just adds to their confidence, and then the momentum really swung in North Clarion's favor.
Flipping the script for AC Valley, something to build on those first three quarters. You're a young team. You just struggled on Monday at Brockway, but you found a way to hang in. You were able to do some things defensively. I really thought that they got after it in that man-to-man defense. They probably fouled a little bit too much, and with already down a player and Mia Sherman being out with an illness, it made it maybe go a little slower than maybe got more people in foul trouble. But I still thought that they played really good defense, and there was a lot that they could build on heading in to the rest of the season as well.
Oh, I think I look at Coach Sherman, and we talked about it, Mike and I, during the game, and we talked about how fiery he is and how passionate he is when he's coaching, and those young girls will feed off of that. And yes, there no moral victories. Okay, it's still a check mark in the loss column. However, he'll be able to take everything that they did through those first three quarters and say, girls, you keep playing this way. You keep this defense up. Shots will fall, and we'll be in a lot of games, and we'll start to win those games, and that's what you really need. Get them to buy in and believe in that concept, that defensive pressure that they had.
And I think what we saw tonight, Rachel Cullen and Andrea Meals, two players that started in the state quarterfinals last year. And, yes, they're a young team, but they do have some experience, and I think they're better than what they showed in that loss on Monday to Brockway. I think there's a lot for them to build on. They might be 2-2 right now, but I think that this is an AC Valley team that we're going to hear a little bit, maybe more than people thought we were going to as we go into year. Folks, remember, we've got another game. Most of you will be watching this on Thursday, so it'll be today, Thursday. Clarion Cranberry, airtime from Clarion High School will be 7 o'clock. That's the girls' game. For Jess Quinn, Chris Rossetti, this is the Coach and the Scribe. Until next time, we'll talk to you later.